I'm actually filming this before work, so yeah, I'm going to work like this. Hey everyone, this is Key's Ritual, and today is day 23 of my 31 days of Halloween, and today I'm going to become a unicorn. Now I've already made my thermoplastic, polymorph is one of the brands, of my horn and my ears, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to start getting ready, and I will apply these and enjoy my little tutorial. Okay, first things first, I'm going to trace out my horn that I made of thermoplastic. I'm using a white pencil because I'm going to be white and I don't want it to be a dark line. I'm also going to trace out my ears and draw little X's in the middle to make sure I know where the center is. Now I'm taking some liquid latex and I'm going to outline each area, trying to avoid the X but still overlapping the line I've created. And just keep adding layer upon layer. And then while I wait for that to dry, I'm priming my face to make it forever. The entire top will be one piece, so I don't really need a primer there. I'm using my primer potion, Urban Decay. And I got hungry because I am actually getting ready for work at this time, and I need to eat. But I'm also going to add another layer of latex. I'm also watching Carrot Brunette, which is distracting me a little bit. Now I'm going to put mixed milk over my entire lid as a base for the eyeshadows I'll be putting on afterwards, so they come out nice and vibrant. Another layer of latex. And then the other eye, with a Pop-Tart in my mouth. Now I'm going to start with right on the inside. I'm using Love Plus by Sugar Pill. And just go with the entire rainbow to the inside, starting with next with a flame point, and just sort of like making them a little blendy together. Then butter cupcake, then Midori, followed by After Party. And then finishing it off with some Poison Plum. I'm going to bring that over into the eyebrow to create a little indentation to make it look rounder. And then I'm going to finish that all off with some Black Market by Urban Decay in the crease. Now I lost a little bit of footage, but not enough so you lost anything. But I'm going to powder my latex, and I'm going to pull it up. And then I'm going to put a little bit of Prozade on the horn and in the little area. And I'm going to push it up there. And then I realized I made a mistake with the horn and I didn't put a top to it. So it's sort of bending off my face. And so I'm like, okay, maybe toilet paper will help. A little bit of toilet paper, see if that works. And so I latex that down. Didn't help. Maybe if another layer, maybe I'll try pushing another layer on top, and that's not working. So I took some scar wax and just shoved it up in there. And I used makeup remover on my fingers, therefore the scar wax will not stick to my fingers. And I'm going to bring that all the way around to make a nice smooth area. And constantly reapplying makeup remover to my fingertips. Now I'm going to start with the right ear. Put a little bit of Prozade on the ear and in my temple thingy, whatever you want to call it, and shoving it up in there. Now this will hold pretty well without any extra, but it's always good to have some support. Now the other ear. This one took a little bit longer because I couldn't get it in there. And I'm just like, you know what, I'm going to put some scar wax on these two to even it out. Just so they hold also, because I'm going to be wearing these all day. and I don't know how well the latex will hold up with all that weight. Cleaning it up, and I'm pretty much layering makeup remover over this entire piece, just making sure it's nice and even, just like shoving it down. And then I add a layer of latex over the entire forehead, avoiding the eyebrows and the hairline as best as I can. Didn't do a very good job at that, trust me. Adding another layer after the first one dried. Mostly. And then I'm going to take my Inglot gel liner and start filling in my face. I thought in the end that this would be like something new to try out, and I didn't really like how it worked because it was too translucent. You can still see my skin tone underneath. But I'm going to cover my entire face with this, except for a certain area around the mouth. I had actually not planned to keep my mouth a different color, but I was seeing myself in the viewfinder, and I'm like, this actually looks like I should do something with my mouth. But yeah, I got a bigger brush because it was taking too long, just using that tiny brush. And then I went also over the entire forehead piece. And I can also brush this into the hair because I will be turning my hair white later. Now I'm like, you know what? Body paint helps. So I took my white Maron and just filled everything in to create a nice opaque look. Making sure it's nice and even, and I'm like, you know what, I can adjust my mouth shape because I don't need this area here. I was just sort of like readjusting my mouth shape until I figured out how much of it I wanted white. Going down my neck, down a little bit further than I planned on, but then I'm like, you know what, my shirt is a V-neck pretty much that I wear for work. Then I'm like, I'm gonna make my mouth a bit smaller, and then I was like, this works. Then I put a very thin layer of brown and white mixture over my mouth. Now I took my Inglot gel liner and I just drew my nostrils bigger and created a little line up to reshape my nose. And I was free, just trying to figure out how I wanted them to look. Create a little bit extra on the bottom. Totally hide my real nostrils in the fake nostrils. Because I didn't want to have a huge horse piece over my face. And I actually sort of hashed up my nose to create a little bit of detail in my nose. And I decided to make my mouth a bit darker brown and blend it up around the nostrils. And just really creating a harsh line because the nose should be coming out from the face and going around the lips. Now I'm taking my Temp 2 palette, I'm using the color black, and I'm filling in the inside of my ears. And then I'm going to contour my cheeks using Bulletproof by Sugar Pill, which is a black, and also contouring my jawline and my temples. And my brush fell apart suddenly, which happens a lot with this brush. I have to fix it, but I really like this brush. Contouring down my nose as well. for no other reason. And I'm filling my eyebrows in with Inglot Black because I want my brows to be very black. Horses I don't believe have eyebrows, but I do. And I'm also creating a bottom line on my eyes. And I'm going to bring that up the sides to really sharpen that nose area. And bringing lines down from the nostrils. And then I'm like, I'm going to harshen this cheekbone. So I just tried to draw a few lines until I got comfortable with how thick and shapely it was, and just blended it out with a bit of bulletproof upward. Now I've first lip scrubbed, and then I used some chapstick, and then I took Soul by Colored Rain and covered my whole lip and blended it out. And then I took a little bit of red eyeshadow on the inner eye and a little bit of purple on the outside to blend it out and sort of like make it look like it's sticking to my skin. Then I'm like, I'm going to do my hair as well, hairsprayed it, a little bit of white body paint in the hair, and with that, I was done. Pretty much done. Yeah, I'm done. It is actually, what time? It's 9 hours later, and this makeup actually does stay on. So, yeah. The only issue I had is it is cracking up here because I kept hitting my horn into things, and while I was changing, I actually pulled my ear really hard. Because I have to change twice, once when I get to work into my uniform, and once when I leave to change back into my normal clothes. So yeah, this stuff is sturdy, just so you guys know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see the rest of my 31 days of Halloween. And I'm going to pull this off now, because who doesn't want to see me rip this in my face? This ear's not moving. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you. Bye.